you start to debug log, and then it's like a kind of rather than you send every traffic, every activity, you just focus. For example, like you want config when send a log, like what is happening in your device. Just only focus. For example, security level like level 3 is about enable disable interface. No, but debug is mean everything happening in your backbone you send to the central log. Okay, so by default Cisco is turned on the level 7 is debug level เนาะถ้าคุณจำไม่ผิดก็ไม่ได้ซีเรียสในรายละเอียดตรงนั้นนะครับ Okay, so that's all the DHCP and log. All right, and what's next? Service. Okay. DHCP server log, and then what else? HTTP. HTTP is like an Apache web service. A couple weeks ago, you turn on you've been installed Apache version 2, right? So that thing is make some server to be the web server. So when you on service HTTP, it's like a kind of you install the Apache to this server. So it means right now you already reply the HTML page to your client. So for example, my PC 0, and then I got IP address from the server, and then I can browse to the destination by using web 192.168.0.2. So .0.2 is this server, right? And server right now is ready for reply the HTML because you install like an Apache or HTTP service. So this is reply back from the server 0. All right. You know that a couple weeks ago you install Apache version 2, and then you can browse that server by using HTML page, browsing like this. Okay, and that is the Apache web service, or sometimes you can use another service, another name like a Nginx monk. We have several applications for service like a HTTP like this, that such as Apache, Nginx, what is called just only on the Windows operating system, IIS สักอย่างจำไม่ได้ No. Okay, next is the DNS. DNS, the main function, translate. This is like a process or application running on the server. So maybe next time we're gonna install DNS on the Linux server. But the main thing of the DNS translate the name, IP address. For example, first thing first, I have to turn on first, and then I'm gonna say name worldwideweb.mfu.ac.th, and the IP address is 192.168.0.2, and then I say add. So it means who wanna know the name of mfu.ac.th, what IP address from this one. So this server reply back the IP address blah blah .2. So it means it's kind of translate the name to be the IP. So that is the reason why we call DNS, dynamic name service. All right. So maybe next time we install the DNS on the Linux server, and you're gonna be clear a little bit rather than just listen to me like this. Okay, so main function of DNS, translate name to be the IP. And the same thing, you can translate the IP to be name. All right, but first thing first, you have to clear that name to be IP, right? Okay, for example, PC0. And right now, I got IP address, blah, blah, and I do not have the DNS yet. Again, I'm going back to the server, and then on the DHCP, I reply the gateway, the DNS as 192.168.0.2. So it means client who wanna know, who wanna get IP address, it also get the .2 as the DNS server. Okay, so save. And again, going back PC0 and start to request again. And then I got a DNS from DHCP server .2. Okay, for example, when I want to browse the traffic to www.mfu.ac.th, because you got a DHCP server from DHCP say that .2 as your DNS, right? And then when you say something like this, generally, machine have no idea about name, something like this. Machine just clearly understand about the IP only. So first thing first, machine must send the traffic up to the DNS server, and .2 is DNS server. Okay, machine want to know where mfu.ac.th. So he asked to the server 0, hey, what is the mfu.ac.th IP address? And then that traffic direct to the server, and server reply back, okay, the mfu.ac.th got IP address is 192.168.0.2. So that after that, the request web service direct to .2. So it just only used the first time for translate, like a name to be the IP, all right? And then it's always use the IP address rather than use the name. Okay. So the main function of DNS translate the first task of PC, transform name to be IP. Okay. Because each machine have no idea about name. Name is just only like a human readable. Rather than you remember, for example, google.com. Rather than you remember that like a 8.8.8, but if you remember like a word or name, something like that, it's gonna be easy for you, right? No. So that is the reason why we always use a name than the IP address. Okay. So that's all. All in all, today we've been talking about the first DHCP, second is syslog, what else? DNS, and HTTP. Okay, so I show you by using the simulation, not that are not in the real world working, but in the real world working, the next class, lab class, we're gonna turn on the DHCP on the Linux system. We're gonna do syslog on the Linux system. We're gonna do HTTP on the Linux system. If we have enough time, we're gonna talk about DNS, how to turn on DNS in the Linux system. All right. So I'm gonna give you 10 minutes for break, and then we'll get back on 10 o'clock or maybe 10 or 5 o'clock. No. So for now, break. Okay, before we break, do you have any